Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into another list here. Going through 5 coins under $1 million. Meme coins, of course. This is not financial advice, but this is my expanded list. I did 5 coins yesterday. I'm going to do 5 coins today. Some of these coins I have talked about before, some of them I have not, but in terms of like this format to where I want to pick all the coins, at least on this watch list under a million, there's going to be some potential repeats, beginning with based SPX 6900, which recently over the past week and a half has jolted up back to around 800K to a million, kind of trading in between that window at least for the past week. It did retrace to around 300K. You know, this is a coin I do like a lot, based SPX. It's off of the based narrative, the based variants, the based fart coin, the based Pepe, the based turbo that's at a million right now. So I think there's going to be a few different really good based variants. And we know SPX 6900, what did it reach a new high? I mean, just for example, you've got this base Chiba, just to go to it. I know the team is really talking about doing something really unique with this project. They've got some type of auto-born feature. And it seems like it's being marketed really well, but even this coin is taken off to around 3 million. So when you take a look at based SPX 6900, they do have a team that is very active. I have seen them on X. They've got almost, at this point, 10,000 followers. They've got the unique, you can see the B SPX. They decided to go with that, with the little ticker thing there, which I don't actually think is their real ticker. Yeah, their real ticker is SPX 6900, but they wanted to be unique on X, so they got that. And I mean, they're making videos, they're making content. This is a coin I think is going to do very well. They're building up the infrastructure with this coin, and so all of the boxes have really been checked. And we're just going to wait and see what happens. I mean, based fart coin, 40, 50 million right now, probably going to go to a few hundred million. You're talking about SPX 6900 going to 10, 20, 30 billion. What is this coin going to do? We only need, you get a 50x at around 40, 45 million from here. You could be looking at if just SPX 6900 goes to 50 billion, this coin potentially going to 500 million. Not financial advice, who knows? But there's other variants like based fart coin, which is sustaining a high market cap. So it is possible, and there is a team behind this project, and they are working. And the coin is slowly but surely, it's developing price history. It's around 7 months old. It went through a large accumulation window when all the memes and the alts were dead in mid-April, bottoming out at around 120K. So I think the coin could do very, very well. So that is the first one, just looking at that. The next one, it is 420.69K, the retirement token. So this coin, it's very interesting to see how this coin reacts after the initial pump, because it did have, I mean, I was talking about this coin when it was 60 or 70K, and I had no clue that it was going to pump up right after I had mentioned it. It wasn't because of me, as to the reason why it pumped. It was mainly, originally, you can see this wick, it was because of news of Donald Trump announcing that there was going to be some type of crypto 401k. That executive order, by the way, has not been signed yet. So there is going to be more news in relation to this coin. Now, I don't think this coin is reliant on the news to pump, like it's a pump and dump, because when you're talking about news, the news can either be a catalyst or it can be the equalizer, the thing that pumps and dumps the project immediately. With a coin like this, they are building out a community. They have got all these new graphics. They've got the Telegram. You'd like to see the Telegram be a little bit more active, but the coin overall, it's trying to establish a floor, and that's what I was really looking for after the initial pump. With these Solana coins, it's very tough. There's a lot of people that leave the projects and they trade, they pump and dump the coin. It had the little wick, and then it actually, even after the news, went up to around 1.8, 1.9 million. It wicked all the way back down to around 300K, and now potentially it's going to find maybe a sweet spot trading in there and then hopefully go back up. But the coin's very unique. Yes, it's one of the retirement coins. You guys have seen them show the all will retire coin. Some of the other coins, they're just the coin with the ticker retire. And then you've got this coin. This coin has the ticker 420.69K, combination of it's 420, the whole weed culture, NASDAQ 420, 69, SPX 6900, and then the K, which is a 401k. So it's a very interesting, unique ticker. I would consider it a golden ticker. I think it's just a ticker that people will look at, and it's very unique. And so that's why I liked this coin even back here. And I got very lucky because I started talking about this coin. People had been holding for months. This coin was doing nothing in between 60 and 40K. I got in right at when it was around 60 to 80K, but it was starting to move. So I got very lucky with this coin. Now, that's not to say the coin's going to go to 100 million. I hope it does. But it's a Solana coin. The coin has to establish itself and hopefully it starts pumping, but we'll have to see. It's to be determined on that. Next, we've got the VIX 777. This is a coin I definitely should have bought. I did not buy, but I still think it's a great narrative. And this coin is very unique. I really wish that this coin was marketed, and maybe it is now because I haven't been paying attention. But this coin is very old. It's, I want to say, almost as old as, no, it's not as old as SPX, but this coin came out in October of 2023. All of these other stock to meme coins outside of SPX, which came out in the summer of 2023, they came out in late 2024. So for this coin to be as old as it is, it's very unique. The coin did have a wick of an all-time high of around 3 million, so basically nothing. It retraced all the way back to 140K, and now it's seen some positive price action. Now, when it comes to an entry, look, I've missed my entry on this coin. That's not to say the coin can't do very well. It still can, sitting at around 625K, maybe a little sell-off of around 11% the last 24 hours. But still a very low market cap. I really like the logo of this coin. It just looks really nice. And you've got the website there, but let's see if we can get this. The logo is just, I just like that. I like all these stock to meme logos. They're all sweet to look at. But yeah, so this is a coin that's picked up again, just like a lot of the other stock to meme coins. It's an interesting one. I like other ones better than this one, but it's one to look at. So there is that one. The next one we've got is Chang. So this is one I have previously talked about. This one's had some very positive price action from its low under 100K. It's done a 4x from that, which pretty much all these meme coins lows were in mid to early April, or I guess early to mid April. Taking a look at this coin had a huge amount invested into it. They had run a bunch of ads for it. It was kind of characterized as the Pepe of the East. Chang, the panda, it's supposedly the biggest meme of the East and the biggest meme of China in specific. There's also a Biao on Solana. The Solana variant, I think, is at around 700 or 800K the last time I checked, so it's a little bit higher, but this one was created earlier. I don't have a lot of faith in the team behind this coin. When you see a chart like this is very tough to see a chart like this. It's a very bad chart. And you'll get this a lot with meme coins for sure, but to see a retracement from 50 million to around 400K, I mean, that's borderline like, okay, this thing's probably, you're getting to the point to where it's dead territory. But it has done a 4x from the bottom. There's just nobody pushing it right now. You wonder if it needs a new team, a new CTO. I know people were pushing it last year, but there hasn't been a single CTO on this, it looks like. And we'll see what it does. It's an interesting one to look at just because the potential of it is so crazy. But there is that one. And then I think this is the final one. This is Dogecoin on base. So the deal with this is they market themselves as the oldest Doge on base. And we see these other coins. I mean, now you've got this coin, useless on base. The useless meme coin on Solana. This coin just came out. It's trading. I don't know how old it is. It's 1 day old. This Shiba, right? We're starting to see these narratives develop. And so this coin really hasn't done anything recently. It had a run up all the way back in June of 2020. So this over a year ago, it had a run up to around 5 million. But you would think Dogecoin, it is huge, right? It's the number one meme coin in existence in terms of market cap. So the base variant, and this is not really, it's not a yin and a yang thing. Just because Dogecoin is ridiculously popular doesn't mean the base variant's going to do really well. It depends how good the team is and how it's marketed and everything like that, and that people know about it. But I think this is the oldest one. There's obviously other ones. There's other Doge coins on base. But this is one to where, yeah, you could see this coin doing something. Sitting at 200K right now. I mean, you look at the based Pepe. Now, sure, you could say the base Pepe is better marketed, but you've got Pepe, you've got Doge. They're ridiculously high in market cap. What about the based Doge? There's not a single based Doge that's doing anything. You think that's an untapped market, considering Dogecoin. And you could also say, well, Doge, it's going to attract normies, even at its current market cap. People are still going to buy Doge. It's not going to do a 7 or 8x, but it's still going to do a 4 or 5x. I still think it's going to go over 100 billion this cycle. So you think about the based variant, and I think the base variant could do very well. And this is a coin that I believe the OG Doge token on base deployed in April of 2024. Initially, project was overseen by a developer, and so I guess, has it been CTO'd at all? It's been CTO'd, yes. And it was claimed in July. Wow, it was claimed a few days ago. That's it. So the CTO just started a few days ago, at least the recent one, and they say it's the first Doge on base. I like the logo of it. It's very clean. It looks like regular Doge, but blue. That's kind of how you should do. You've got the coin market cap now with the new website. So listen, they're developing new stuff on here. It'll be interesting because I can see the narrative at play. You know, I can see it coming. But we'll see if this coin ends up doing anything. This is really the first one. They push it properly. It's got some potential. So those are just 5 more coins under $1 million in terms of market cap, guys. That's going to do it for this video. Make sure you like the video down below.